Next, the alleged attacker of the author Salman Rushdie is pleading not guilty to charges of attempted murder. 24-year-old Hadi Matar attacked the writer at an event in New York, stabbing him at least 12 times. The hearing is an arraignment for trial before a grand jury. Rushdie is recovering from life-changing injuries sustained. He's been under a fatwa since the publication of his book, The Satanic Verses, back in 1989, deemed to be blasphemous and insulting to the Prophet Muhammad. Iran, whose then leader issued a fatwa, has sought to distance itself from the attack. Correspondent Melissa Mahtani joins us now for more on this. Melissa, good evening to you. Tell us more about what happened in court today.
Well, Hadi Matar, the 24-year-old from New Jersey, the man charged with stabbing Salman Rushdie on stage at last week's literary event, continued to plead not guilty. He appeared in handcuffs and a prison uniform with a mask on and was very quiet. He just said yes once to acknowledge the judge. However, we've been hearing much more from Matar in an interview he gave to the New York Post from his prison cell. In it, he said he was very surprised that Rushdie had survived the attack, and he said he didn't like Rushdie. He said, quote, "I don't think he's a very good person. He's someone who attacked Islam." Matar had said that he saw Rushdie would be speaking in a tweet that was posted last year, and he decided to go to this event. But he wouldn't say whether he was actually following that fatwa you mentioned. He did, however, praise the late Iranian leader, Ayatollah Khomeini. He's the one that issued that fatwa against Rushdie. And Matar spoke to the Post and said that he thought Khomeini was a, quote, great man.
Any news on the condition of Salman Rushdie, Melissa?
Well, we know that Rushdie is recovering. We know that he can speak now. He was taken off a ventilator last week, but he's still in very critical condition. He has numerous, wounds to him in his neck, in his stomach, and he is still likely to lose an eye. But we do know that he is recovering. It's also interesting this week, it wasn't just Matar who spoke out to the Post. His mother also spoke out, giving us a little bit of insight into what may have led to this attack. And she said that her son had been an outgoing person who was raised here in the US, but then he left in 2018 on a month-long trip to the Middle East, and he came back a changed man, she said. She told the Daily Mail he became a moody introvert and has said she's since disowned him after this attack.
Melissa, where does the case go from here?
Well, Hadi Matar today, he was arraigned, as you said, and now there will be a preliminary hearing tomorrow to hear his not guilty plea. And there is no official word on the motive, but we do know that the authorities here are working with the FBI and also with international authorities to determine if anyone else was involved in this attack. Iran has come out and denied any involvement. On Monday, they said that, it was only Rushdie and his supporters to blame. But the US was very swift to condemn that. And the US state spokesperson, Ned Price, he said, quote, "It's no secret the Iranian regime has been central to the threats against Rushdie's life over the course of the year now." And he said that he called Iran's gloating over the attack that happened to Rushdie outrageous. So there are investigations going out at an international level to look into whether Matar acted alone or was part of a larger group.
Melissa Mahtani, thank you very much indeed.